What if I told you that ancient humans were the ultimate masters of extreme heat survival?
Long before modern technology, our ancestors thrived in environments that would easily kill an unprepared person today. Their secret wasn't magic, but a sophisticated biological and cultural toolkit built over millions of years of evolution. The human body itself acts like a highly advanced, self-regulating heat management machine, evolved for hot, open plains. Sweating is our primary defense. Humans possess millions of sweat glands, a density unmatched by any other primate in the animal kingdom. Our upright posture, a unique evolutionary trait, significantly reduces the body's surface area exposed to direct solar radiation. While a quadruped exposes its entire back to the sun, an upright human shields most of their body from the intense midday heat. But biology wasn't the only answer. Cultural adaptations played an equally vital role in surviving the scorching desert day. Ancient desert cultures developed sophisticated shelters that seem counterintuitive, using dark, porous materials to facilitate cooling airflow.
The dark color absorbs heat, creating a temperature differential that forces hot air out and draws cooler air in through the weave. They knew that activity during peak heat was dangerous, so they adopted a lifestyle of midday rest, reserving movement for cooler hours. By traveling in the early morning or late evening, they avoided the most intense heat, saving precious metabolic energy and water. Even their diet was strategic. High-fat, energy-dense foods like dates provided essential fuel with minimal digestive heat output. These foods were also naturally preserved, allowing for long-term storage in environments where any other food would quickly spoil. By traveling in the early morning or late evening, they avoided the most intense heat, saving precious metabolic energy and water. This cooperation ensured that survival wasn't an individual burden, but a communal effort passed down through generations of accumulated wisdom. Ancient humans didn't just survive the heat. They understood it, mastered it, and built an entire way of life around its rhythm. It's a testament to human ingenuity that we once thrived in these harsh lands, using nothing more than what nature and observation taught us. Next time you feel the summer heat, remember, you come from a long line of masters who knew how to handle it. To understand their survival, we must look at the fundamental physics they navigated every single day. The ground in a desert can be significantly hotter than the air, creating a thermal nightmare for anyone standing on it. They minimized contact with the ground and utilized shade whenever possible to protect their body temperature.
Our skin is a marvel, designed to dissipate heat efficiently through evaporation, a process that requires water. Water was their most guarded resource, managed with extreme precision to balance the needs of the body and the environment. Every movement was calculated to avoid unnecessary effort that would increase body temperature and cause sweat loss.
They observed the environment for signs of water, like vegetation or animal tracks, often hidden to the untrained eye. Even a small plant could be a beacon, indicating moisture deep below the surface where they could dig.
It was a constant, intimate knowledge of the land, a dialogue between the human and the desert that spanned lifetimes.
This was the essence of their survival, not fighting the environment, but understanding how to work within its parameters.
Their resilience is a lesson for us today, showing how humans can adapt to the most extreme conditions imaginable. The head covering was not just accessory, it was a critical piece of survival gear, shielding the brain from overheating. They knew that a clear mind was the ultimate tool, and protecting it was the first priority of every desert day. These rock formations provided natural shade and wind protection, serving as temporary shelters during their long travels.
Resting in these spots allowed them to wait for the sun to pass, preserving energy for the cooler evening hours.
Hydration was controlled. Small, frequent sips were more effective than drinking large amounts at once. As the sun dips, the desert transforms, allowing for safer movement and work, a rhythm they knew by heart. The cycle of day and night was their clock, and they aligned their life to it with remarkable precision. Cooler temperatures meant more energy for survival, making the evening the most productive time in the desert. They looked for trails of animals or signs of others, gathering information that was critical for the group's continued existence. Every mark in the sand was a story, and they were experts at reading them to find their way.
Their navigation was not based on maps, but on an internal understanding of the landscape and its subtle markers.
They moved with confidence, knowing the desert was not an enemy, but a complex, living system they were part of. Finding the group's fire meant safety, warmth, and the exchange of vital information for the next day.
The fire was more than heat. It was the center of their social world, a beacon of unity in the vast dark.
Sharing food, stories, and knowledge was the glue that kept them together, ensuring their survival against all odds. They knew that individual strength was nothing compared to the collective power of their community. Resting together, they were prepared for whatever the next day would bring, as a team. Their life was a constant balance, a delicate dance with the environment they had perfectly mastered. Desert nights could be freezing, and their robes served as a blanket, protecting them from the temperature drop.
Sleeping together helped maintain body heat, a simple yet effective strategy for surviving the cold desert nights.
As the new day began, the cycle would start again, with the same preparation and same commitment to their survival.
They packed light, carrying only what was necessary, and always mindful of the challenges ahead. Water was the first thing they checked, a ritual that dictated their route and their pace for the day.
A short meeting, a shared look, and they were off, guided by their collective knowledge. They walked with purpose, every step a calculated decision in the grand strategy of desert survival. They knew the landscape like the back of their hand, using every feature to guide their journey. Their efficiency was a result of centuries of trial and error, a refined process that was second nature to them. Even while moving, they kept their energy high, knowing that every calorie counted in the desert. It was never easy, but they were prepared for the challenge, and that made all the difference. They knew how to take advantage of every little bit of shade, a small comfort in the vast heat. Their bond was their greatest strength, helping them overcome the physical and mental toll of the desert.
An oasis was the ultimate goal, a place of water and life, and they knew exactly how to find it.
The promise of water fueled their final push, a burst of energy that showed their unwavering determination. This was the reward for their knowledge, their discipline, and their cooperation. Life in the middle of a desert.
They had done it again, surviving another day through understanding, adaptation, and unity.
In the end, it was a life defined by its challenges, but also by the extraordinary ways they met them.